Hello everyone and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. We're back here on No Man's Land with Grober Games. So last month we had a lot of odd tasks we were getting done. So right now we're in the month of November and our grass isn't really fully grown, but I think we're gonna cut it anyways. I kind of brought the Oliver up here last night while we were mixing getting the TMR mixer silos going. We're pretty much set for that right now. I thought we were going to do another thing of silage this year, but I don't think we really have I don't think we have enough hay right now is the issue, because our cattle down at the pasture are starting to go through it. We still got a few bales left. You know what? Let's just drive over there quick. The other thing I did in the meantime is I put up a bunch of yard lights, so we finally got some power. I shouldn't say power, but we finally got some lights around the yard so we can kind of see what we're doing anymore. And right now, this month, we got quite a bit we got our beans to focus on this month. Oh. Let's set this down here and grab this one that fell from another episode. So we got quite a bit of stuff to do. Maybe it'll come off. Come on. There we go. So we got quite a bit going on for this episode this month. Let's see here. What else happened? So I pick up the agri-metal, that little like TMR mixture for this barn, and I got that partially loaded. And today we are definitely going to buy some dairy cows. I haven't decided if we're going to go with the Holsteins or Brown Swiss. I think we might just go with the Holsteins, though. It's kind of what I'm leaning towards, just because that's kind of what's been put in the barn already. And while I was finishing up a few minor tasks, couple minor tasks yet last night after I stopped recording, I had I hired a worker to start doing chisel plowing and the corn stalks, so we got part of our long field done, and I also went out and expanded took that grass strip out, and I just made this field one whole field. So I think next month we're gonna re-hit this field with lime, so that way it's all at the same level, since we got that little strip added in there now. And I'm not sure what else I got planned. I think we're gonna try and mow a bunch of grass this month yet. Even the grass up around the pastures is kind of my mindset right now, just in case. Just cause if we do these two fields, I might do all that stuff over here as hay, or I could do those two fields up there as hay. Maybe I'll do those up there as hay, and maybe we'll do that as for grass silage. The other thing is that I actually better get my butt in gear here. I'm kind of wandering all around when I should probably be out getting the combine going on the beans. Get the headlands done so that way the helpers can take over. But what my plan is, that is kind of the plan right now, I should say. I think we're going to end up mowing quite a bit of grass, and we're going to turn part of it into hay so we can have some extra hay on hand, and the other part of it into silage. And I was going to try and get the silage sold today, but then I remember I still need that conveyor for us to finish out our bean harvest. Our corn harvest, I think we finished with like 3,100 liters. I'll have to check here quick. And that, if I remember right, I think that's a little below half of what we had last year. So, yeah, 3,100 liters. So we aren't sitting too terribly bad. I honestly thought it was going to be a lot worse. But we just got this bean field and that other long one down the laneway there. So we'll head into here and start getting these headlands taken out. I think we'll just do 2 passes again. I think that's all we'll really need to take out for the helper. And then when we get this knocked out, I think we'll grab our Moco and start mowing grass with the Oliver. But I'm just trying to figure out right now in my head if there's something else that I wanted to get done today. The two purchases that we do need yet for our farm is we need to buy like a actual solid manure spreader for hauling manure. And I'm thinking about investing into a skid loader to keep around the yard for TMR mixing and such like that, and feeding the cattle. That way we don't have to worry as much about bringing the Oliver back and forth home anymore. And I was also thinking of using that to load bales, just load it up on the trailer, since with that new bale barn we can just pull up right next to it and drop off our bales and have it loaded into the barn. So I'm thinking about picking up a skid loader as well now, with the bale spear, and getting at least a bucket for it, just so we can get that stuff situated as well. So we still got, I think that's going to be about another $50,000 worth of purchases. I haven't really looked too much into spreaders. I haven't just, and I was trying to figure out if I wanted to get a side discharge spreader, it would be a bigger one, or if I would go with just the regular box spreader with the rear discharge. I'm thinking of leaning towards the box spreader with the rear discharge for now, just because it'd be cheaper, and we'd be able to run it on some of the smaller tractors if we have to. It wouldn't take as much horsepower. But I'm still kind of up in the air in that. We don't really need it yet per se. I think, because we still got our digest date we could still haul. And I can't remember. Yes, I did. I was gonna say the other task for today was we're gonna pick up 3 loads of cattle, and we're gonna get them situated in the barn, and we're gonna get them fed and get them bedded so that they can start producing as well. So as soon as I get the headlands done here, I'm gonna bring out the wagons, and we'll dump the first hopper full of beans in there, and we'll start going after the cattle, and then we'll start getting all the grass cut, and that way when December rolls around, if we have to, we can do the chopping all in one day, along with the grass silage chop. The grass silage chopping and the baling all in one day if we have to. And the other thing I gotta do is get the headlands done for the chisel plow, so that way I can send a helper to do that while I'm working on everything else. So actually, that's probably what we'll do next after we get this all situated. We'll get the headlands open here, we'll get the headlands done over there, and then we'll hire 2 helpers. We'll have one working on this, and then we'll have the one work on chisel plowing, and then we'll start working on getting 3 loads of cattle home, which will be about 18 head, which I think should be good enough for us starting out for now. But we'll jump into the time lapse here finally, and we'll see you guys in a bit.
do what you can, you just get through it. It's a mystery how people can get by on as little love as you and I. Never thought I'd be so far from home. Never thought our love could grow so cold. Never thought we had to run through burning fire. Never thought I had to miss you and I tried to stay into outgrowing. Time changes people, we both know this. It's a change of season when the tide comes rolling in, and you realize there's nothing there to begin. Never thought I'd be so far from home. Never thought our love could grow so cold. Never thought we had to run through burning fire. Never thought I had to miss you and I. Oh, I'm counting roadblocks, you're counting crossroads. They were always there, but we never made a choice. It was never on the map, on this crooked road called life. It was never meant to be you and I. Never thought I'd be so far from home. Never thought our love could grow so cold. Never thought we had to run through burning fire. Never thought I had to miss you and I. Never thought I'd be so far from home. Never thought our love could grow so cold. I call you up in the middle of the night. Been bothered by dreams, ain't feeling alright. You give me comfort, say just give it some time. By the end of our talk, I'm feeling just fine. You and I will always know where we belong. This ain't no ordinary love we got going on. I'll pick you up in my 59 Ford. We head on down the road until we get bored. Just you and me and the sun and the wind. If the rain should start falling, we'll head on home again.
All right, everyone, I think this is where we're going to start wrapping up today's episode. The rain's kind of shut us down for almost everything, so I had to stop cutting grass, and we had to stop combining, so we're going to have another longer November. Might as well just make it a permanent thing of this series for now. So, as you can tell, I went ahead and bought myself a skid loader, and I found this Bobcat mod, and I know there's an older, like, Deere and New Holland style one, but I just figure a Bobcat one would I kind of like this Bobcat one a little bit better than those two. Just look wise and everything, and I figured that with the Bobcat, it gives us something else to have on the, like, another variety piece of machinery, so we can kind of advertise more of everything else. Oh, okay, there we go. I'll get the cows bedded, so they're all ready to go. But we picked up about 18 Holsteins, so we're sitting pretty good right now. And I have a feeling I'm gonna like running this Bobcat for loading a little bit better than the Oliver. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that the Oliver. It's just that just skid loaders are just a lot handier pieces of equipment for moving stuff around. And we are definitely gonna need some hay. So we're gonna, like I said, planning to get up here and get that stuff tether around the pasture, and then we'll be sitting pretty good, actually. gonna say. Let's get in here and get this filled up again. I just hope, the only thing I'm hoping right now is that we have more than enough food for all our cattle. That is my biggest concern right now. But with the way we're doing our ration mixing, with it being 45 parts silage, 45 parts hay, and 10 parts corn, high moisture corn, I think we should be fine. I think that just putting that little bit of high moisture corn is going to help us out in the long run. But like I said, we're going to wrap up today's episode. When we come back, hopefully the skies will be finally clear enough and we'll be able to get back to work. But if you guys enjoyed today's episode, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe to stay up to date on the latest series. Above all else, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. And most of all, thanks for watching.